Whew. Well, winter's hit. It's cold out here now. Welcome back to Atwood's Garage. Weekend once again. Rather chilly out here. It's only about 30 degrees outside. I actually got our first snowfall of the year. It's already melted off, but I'm hearing that there'll be some more overnight. But this weekend's goal is to get the truss finished welded and get the leaf perches on. So I've been fabricating my top plate here, which is just 1/4 inch. No big deal. But for future use, I will probably on the next phase of the build be going from leaves to a link, 4-link setup, or a trailing arm setup. I haven't decided yet. Get this off of here. I should have prepped this up more, but I didn't. One more clamp, that's off. Anyway, here's my top plate. And I'll have to weld it on. I got the rest of the finish. Anyway, that said, when I go to link it, I like to reuse this rear end first before I get into doing the whole rear steer setup. So, it means I like to have a mount up here for an upper link, and 1/4 inch just isn't thick enough. So, because I plan to, instead of having a gap with a nut for the bolt, I want this down closer. So I'm going to weld in a piece of 3/8 in between here. And then once I get the 1/4 inch welded on, I will drill and tap it. And that way I can just run a bolt straight down and run into the material, don't need a nut. So, that said, let's get the welder fired up. Let's get it burned in. Stick around.
A few moments later.
Alright, first things first, make sure we're flush across the top here. And we are good to go for that. Gloves on. Slide away. Let's get her burned in. I'll send this here. Back in. We'll move. Turn down there where see a little better. Fancy dancy. Sport stick. Let's get it burned in. Didn't groove it. So let's go fill the groove. Flat wheel it good and flush again. We'll get our top cap put in. Alright. Now that that's welded in, take my grind wheel, knock her flush again. Then we can get on to, that hits the floor, and we can move on to getting the top plate put on. Alright.
20 minutes later.
Alright, so we got that taken care of. Getting warm now. Starting to warm up the place a little bit. It's too cold, just do some welding. This top cap set on, and that butts up against that. This thing needs cleaned off. I have not cleaned this up yet. Now I've made a bunch of noise. Move this up. So she stays where she belongs. And get her squared up where it needs to be. Alright, there. Check everything. Let's see there. Down that edge. We look good down that edge. Our welder back up. Tack in here in the lower corner.
A few moments later.
Back there. Easy. Back on that end. Turn that off. Bring it back level again. Alright, So at this point, I need to cut this piece here. I think I'll halt the video here for a few minutes, go ahead and cut that and get it tacked in place, and we'll see you right back.
3 hours later.
Well, welcome back. Unfortunately, I've lost a little bit of footage. I didn't realize my battery was low and kept on going without filming anything. I did make one mistake. I got ahead of myself by putting this on. So I had to cut my tacks, lift it up so I could get the perch put in place correctly and weld it in the area behind the or underneath the cap of the truss. So got that taken care of, got that back down, got front side of this one completely done. This piece is on, got welded through here, and I've got my welds across the front of the truss, across the cap. I'm going to roll her over on the back side here, and I'm going to finish up these welds. Whoops, knocked over my hub. Get over there. Alright, so over on this side. This back underneath. And we're going to start getting things welded down. I do see this needs tapped down a little bit. When it's pulled up. There we go. That's where it needs to be. Getting this welded in first. I will slide this down a little bit. It's tough working in a one-car garage where you've got an F100 in here and all your tools and everything else, and you're working on an axle, which is naturally long. So, here. Now I can see what I'm doing. Clamp out the way. Comes in here. Whoops. Forgot my gas. good look-see. Move across here. That's all done. And that's welded. Looks like a little bit more at home. Finish that off. Well, it looks like I've got the bulk of my welding done now. I've actually got all the welding done that I need to actually get this axle put in. So this will actually be for a top mount for upper lengths. Eventually, I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and cut them, drill it, tap it, and have it ready to go. Just have it welded on, be done. Because it's not hurting to have it while I'm using leafs. It'll be done if I want to go to good lengths. I don't have to pull the axle bag out. So I'll probably go ahead and take my measurements, double check everything, and tomorrow we'll fire up the plastic cutter, get pieces cut out, and we'll get them welded in. Probably make another video from that. So I think we'll close this one out here. But anyway, we're getting closer on my 14-bolt axle. Getting to the point where I'm going to have to get a locker or weld up the original open differential. Not sure how it'll go yet. Obviously the cheapest is to weld the darn thing. And then I need to settle on what gears I want to put in this. I'm currently running 488s on 37s. I'd like to get into the 39 40-inch tire range, which means I should probably bump myself up to 538s. But if I stick with 488s, I can get this axle put in and run adapters on the front axle and get wheels and tires and get A-lugged. So I don't know. I haven't really settled in on that yet. I've also considered staying with 48s and adding a doubler. Going with a Dana 300 or a 205 and be able to double the existing gear pack in those because they're like 2-to-1, and that would make it 2.76 or 7.4, whatever a stock planetary is on a 241, which would multiply the two-point ratio of the 205. I can't remember what a 300 is offhand. But anyway, lots of thoughts going through my head, plans going forward. I said will get eventually from here, put it in on leafs, and then it will get linked. Whether I do a straight 4-link or if I do trailing arms with upper links, I haven't decided yet. I've been asking questions about it and getting pros and cons on both sides of it. Some feel it's overkill, others feel that the way I'm thinking about it is wrong. Wouldn't surprise me. I claim to be no expert in any of this. I'm learning as I go, so making mistakes should be part of the program. Try to do the best I can, but sometimes even the best ideas fall flat. We'll see what happens. But we'll wrap this video up here. Hope you all had a good holiday. We did here. Subscribe, like, comment below, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. That was Garage. We'll see you next time. We're out.